Chosen one, this is no coincidence. You were not drawn here by chance, but by divine appointment. Heaven has scheduled this very moment with your name written upon it. The Spirit of God has ordered your steps to this message because tonight marks the beginning of your supernatural activation. You are standing on the threshold of a divine transfer, the release of spiritual power, revelation, and yes, even the wealth of nations that has been stored up for the righteous. Chosen one, the heavens are moving, the atmosphere is charged, and your name is being spoken in places you cannot yet see. Every seed you have sown in faith, every tear you have cried in secret, is now calling forth your harvest. The delay has expired, the divine transaction is already in motion. Anointed one, hear the word of the Lord, for I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth, do you not perceive it? Isaiah 43:19. This is that moment. This is your awakening. Your spirit is being summoned to rise, to receive, to step into the flow of divine abundance. Prepare yourself. The transfer begins tonight. Chosen one, listen carefully. You were led here not by algorithm or coincidence, but by divine orchestration. Heaven itself has drawn you into this moment because something sacred is unfolding tonight, something that will shift the atmosphere around your life. The heavens are open, the angels are in motion, and your name has been spoken in the courts of destiny. This is the night of your activation. You have felt it, haven't you? The quiet stirring in your spirit, the sense that something greater is calling your name, even when your circumstances haven't yet changed. You've carried the weight of waiting, the ache of believing when nothing seemed to move. But hear me, anointed one, the silence was never denial. It was preparation. The ground beneath you was being tilled for divine manifestation. What seemed like delay was God's timing, aligning perfectly with your destiny. Tonight, heaven's decree is being released over you. It is time. Time for every hidden seed of faith you've planted to break the soil. Time for divine compensation for every unseen prayer, every private tear, every act of obedience that no one applauded. You've walked through seasons that emptied you, but those were not endings. They were divine recalibrations, aligning your spirit with the frequency of abundance and breakthrough. Chosen one, the Spirit of God says, the transfer is not coming, it's happening. Right now, even as you listen, the winds of change are blowing in your direction. The wealth that was stored up for you in heavenly places is being released into the natural realm. Divine ideas, strategic alignments, and favor with the right people are already being set in motion. You will begin to see doors open that were once sealed shut. You will feel a quickening in your spirit, a knowing that the long wait has not been in vain. But listen, divine activation requires participation. Before you advance, set your intention in motion. Open your heart. Speak your faith aloud. Agree with heaven in this moment. When you respond in faith, you link your spirit with the movement of God's hand. That's why I'm asking you, chosen one, to engage right now. Lift your heart. Declare your readiness. Let the universe and all of heaven know you are aligned and available. I remember when God first taught me this principle years ago, when I had lost almost everything. I had faith, yes, but no clear path forward. Then one night, in a moment just like this, I heard that still small voice whisper, "Activate what I placed in you." And I did. I acted in obedience even when I didn't understand how. Within weeks, the doors that had been closed for years burst open, not because I chased opportunity, but because I aligned with divine timing. And that same activation is reaching for you tonight. The same anointing that lifted me from scarcity to overflow, from confusion to clarity, is flowing through this very message. You are not just hearing words, you are standing under an open heaven. You are part of a sacred transaction between your faith and God's promise. So, Anointed One, take this seriously. Don't scroll past this moment. Don't second-guess it. Heaven has extended a hand, now take it. Say in your spirit, I receive. The moment you do, a divine current begins to move. You'll feel it, that inner shift, that peace mixed with power, that holy electricity reminding you that you were never ordinary. You were chosen for this hour, marked for manifestation, destined for divine overflow. The question now isn't if it's happening, it's whether you will align with it. Will you step forward or stand back while others ascend? Because, Chosen One, tonight is not another night. It is the night heaven handpicked for your awakening. Chosen One, as you continue listening, understand this. What is happening around you is not random. You are living in a divine convergence. Everything you've gone through, the losses, the setbacks, the closed doors, they were not punishments. They were positioning. Heaven has been rearranging your path so that when this moment arrived, you would be spiritually ready to receive what others only dream about. Anointed One, the Lord has been testing your faith in the dark so that He could trust you with favor in the light. You've been hidden, misunderstood, even overlooked, but what others couldn't see, God was cultivating. The soil of your soul has been softened by trials so that the seeds of divine transfer can now take root. What's being released over you tonight is not just material, it's spiritual currency. It's wisdom, favor, revelation, and supernatural access. You are not here to chase after wealth. You are here to host it, to steward it with holiness and purpose. Heaven's economy works differently from the world's. It's not built on greed or gain, but on alignment and assignment. When your heart aligns with God's will, provision follows like a river finding its flow. That's why this activation is so important. It's preparing your inner vessel to carry what heaven is pouring out. I've seen this before, Chosen One. I've seen ordinary people, single mothers, weary fathers, dreamers with nothing but faith, step into divine overflow simply because they obeyed the prompt of the Spirit. One of them told me, I didn't even have a plan. I just knew it was time to trust. Within weeks, everything shifted. New opportunities, unexpected provision, favor where doors had been locked for years. That's how heaven moves, quietly, suddenly, undeniably. And I tell you prophetically, your moment is arriving in the same way. What has been withheld is being released. The enemy that tried to delay your destiny is losing his grip even now. You may not see it yet, but angels are working behind the scenes to usher in what was promised. Some of you will begin to feel heat in your hands or peace settle over your chest. That's the confirmation of divine alignment, the Spirit bearing witness that you've entered a holy transaction. Chosen One, you cannot afford to hesitate. Every second of delay creates spiritual distance. When heaven calls, obedience is the key that unlocks acceleration. Don't wait for perfect conditions. They'll never come. The perfect moment is now. Remember what was spoken, the just shall live by faith. Faith doesn't wait for evidence, it creates it. Close your eyes for a moment, Anointed One, and picture it, your new reality unfolding, the bills paid off, the opportunities multiplying, the peace returning to your home. But beyond that, Imagine the joy of knowing you are walking in divine purpose, that every step, every decision, every word is now guided by heaven itself. This is the essence of activation, heaven and earth moving together in divine rhythm. I can feel this strongly in my spirit as I speak. Someone listening has been standing on the edge of breakthrough, but fear has whispered that you're not ready. Hear this: readiness is not perfection, it's willingness. You don't need to have it all figured out, you just need to say yes. The moment you do, the flow begins. Heaven responds not to your plan, but to your faith. Chosen one, this is not a suggestion, it's a summons. The gates of activation are open tonight, but they won't remain open forever. Just like the Israelites had to move when the cloud lifted, you must move when the Spirit stirs. This is that stirring. This is your sign. You've waited long enough, prayed long enough, and endured long enough. The night has come, and it's your turn to rise. Don't question it. Don't overthink it. Just receive. Because from this point forward, every decision you make in faith will carry supernatural weight. Heaven has marked you, and your activation has already begun. Chosen one, as this word continues, the Spirit is revealing that your atmosphere is shifting right now. Things that resisted you before are beginning to yield. Invisible barriers are breaking. You may not hear it with your natural ears, but in the unseen realm, there is movement, divine recalibration, as heaven aligns every piece of your life with your next season of glory. Anointed one, this isn't just about money or miracles or answered prayers. It's about your transformation. You are being recoded with divine frequency, elevated into a higher dimension of purpose and clarity. You are being prepared to handle the blessing that once would have crushed you. The waiting season taught you wisdom. The wilderness refined your discernment. Now, your capacity is expanding to receive the supernatural transfer God has ordained for you. Let me tell you something I've learned through my own wilderness. There comes a point where faith must outgrow feelings. When I was in my lowest valley, nothing made sense. I prayed and heaven seemed silent. Yet every time I felt like giving up, a quiet whisper would rise. Stay still. You're being prepared for overflow. It didn't happen overnight. But when it came, when the shift finally manifested, I realized every delay had been divine design. And I sense that same grace hovering over you tonight. Chosen one, you are being upgraded. Your spiritual capacity, your mindset, your energy, everything is rising. That's why you may feel restless or even emotional right now. It's the birthing pains of destiny. You're not breaking down, you're breaking through. The old identity, the old fears, the old limitations, they can't come with you where God is taking you. You are crossing over. This is not symbolic. It is literal in the spirit. Tonight is a portal moment. A divine transfer is in motion. Heavenly resources are being redirected toward you. Wealth, favor, influence, all are flowing into the hands of those who are spiritually awake, those who have ears to hear and hearts to obey. You, chosen one, are one of them. That's why you feel the urgency, the trembling inside. It's your spirit recognizing heaven's timing. Do you feel it? That quiet surge of energy under your skin, that warmth in your chest, that sense that something is happening even though your eyes can't see it yet. That's the activation. That's the Holy Spirit awakening dormant gifts and unlocking divine memory, the remembrance of who you really are before the world tried to tell you otherwise. You were chosen before you were born, appointed before you could understand it. And now, you are remembering. But hear me clearly, Anointed One. With divine revelation comes divine responsibility. You cannot carry heavenly energy in earthly patterns. You cannot hold divine abundance in vessels of doubt, fear, or resentment. That's why God is calling you to purify your space. Release the negativity. Disconnect from voices that drain your faith. Choose what you listen to, what you consume, what you entertain. Because the vibration you hold determines the revelation you receive. I remember when God told me, if you want to go higher, you must travel lighter. That word changed everything. I began releasing bitterness, forgiving quickly, and guarding my peace like treasure. Within weeks, ideas flowed again, relationships healed, and provision appeared where there had been lack. That is the law of divine alignment. When you let go of what's heavy, heaven sends what's holy. Chosen One, you are in that exact space now. Heaven is watching your response. Every act of obedience, every word of faith you speak, every moment you choose peace over panic, it's being recorded as agreement with your destiny. Angels are dispatched to enforce it. Don't let fear make you freeze. Move as the Spirit leads, even if it's just one small step. Because listen, your activation isn't coming through striving, it's coming through surrender. The moment you stop trying to make it happen and simply believe it is happening, divine flow takes over. The supernatural does not respond to effort, it responds to faith. So exhale, release, and say from your heart, Lord, I align, I receive. Chosen One, you are closer than you think. The vibration of breakthrough is already within reach. Don't turn back now, because the next breath you take could be the one that ushers you into everything heaven promised. Chosen One, the Spirit says, you are stepping into divine timing. Everything you have endured, the pain, the pruning, the patience, was not for nothing. Heaven has been working in silence, arranging every detail to prepare this moment. What once looked like delay was actually protection. What once felt like rejection was redirection. And now, the time for manifestation has come. Anointed One, your name has been whispered in heavenly places. The scrolls of destiny have turned, and your page is being read aloud before the throne. This is why you've felt the tension lately. It's the pull between what was and what will be. You're being stretched because expansion demands it. The vessel must widen before it can carry overflow. You may feel pressure, restlessness, even fatigue, but that's not the enemy. That's heaven enlarging your territory. I've walked through that stretching, Chosen One. I know what it's like to have your faith tested in the dark while your heart cries, God, have you forgotten me? But He hadn't. He was building foundation, the kind that doesn't crumble when the blessing comes. I remember when everything fell apart around me. Finances drained, opportunities vanished, relationships shifted, and yet, in that wilderness, God whispered, this is where I'm teaching you. Trust. When the breakthrough came, it wasn't small, it was sudden, sweeping, supernatural. That's the kind of shift I sense is being released over you tonight. This isn't just another season, Anointed One. This is a divine reset, a spiritual reordering of priorities, purpose, and provision. Heaven's ledger is being rewritten in your favor. Things that didn't make sense before are about to connect like pieces of a divine puzzle. Even the pain is about to serve a purpose. What broke you will now bless you. Chosen One, the Lord is saying, I am bringing restoration that will make up for the lost years. You may have lost time, opportunities, money, relationships, but God is a redeemer of time. He doesn't just give back what was taken, He multiplies it. This is the supernatural wealth transfer, not just in your bank account, but in your spirit, your peace, your influence, your creative flow. The currency of heaven is abundance in all things. As you listen, something inside you is awakening, that divine remembrance that you are more than your struggle. You were never meant to just survive. You were meant to reign. That's why the shaking has been so intense, because heaven only shakes what it intends to reshape. Every area that felt unstable was being realigned to kingdom order. Anointed One, you are not being punished, you are being positioned. You are being elevated into a realm of divine favor, where what used to take years will now happen in days. Expect acceleration. Expect divine appointments. Expect unexpected provision. The heavens are open, and you are standing beneath the downpour. But listen carefully. With increase comes instruction. Protect your oil. Guard your peace. Be selective with your circle. Not everyone can go where God is taking you. Some people are tied to your history, not your destiny. Release them in love and move forward in purpose. Your obedience in this will determine your altitude in the next season. I feel this prophetically for you, chosen one. Within the next cycle of days, signs will begin to manifest. Small confirmations first, a call, a message, a provision that arrives out of nowhere. Do not dismiss them as coincidences. They are divine markers showing you that the activation is unfolding exactly as heaven planned. Stay sensitive, stay surrendered. The Spirit is stirring even now. You can feel it. That peace that feels like fire, that pressure that feels like purpose, that stillness that feels like power. Heaven is close. The realm of miracles is brushing against your atmosphere. Lift your hands, even quietly where you are, and whisper, "I'm ready, Lord." I receive it, because what is about to unfold next will not be delayed any longer. Chosen one, this is your night of transition, from striving to flowing, from believing to receiving, from waiting to walking in it. What was spoken over you in secret is about to be seen in public. And when it manifests, remember, it wasn't luck, it was obedience. Chosen one, the heavens are open, and the divine clock has struck the appointed hour. You are standing in the moment every trial was leading you toward. This is your activation night, the night your spirit fully aligns with the divine frequency of breakthrough, favor, and supernatural transfer. Everything is converging now. The prayers, the waiting, the warfare, all of it has brought you here. Anointed one, can you feel it? That quiet hum in your spirit isn't anxiety, it's acceleration. Heaven is quickening you for what comes next. The time for merely hoping is over. Now comes receiving. The promise you've carried in your spirit for years, the dream you whispered through tears, is not lost. It's been gathering strength, gaining momentum, waiting for the sound of your faith to unlock it. And that sound is being released tonight. Chosen one, as I speak, a supernatural shift is rippling through your atmosphere. I sense chains breaking, limitations dissolving, as divine order takes command. You may even feel a heat in your hands, a tingling through your body, or tears rising for no clear reason. That's not emotion, that's evidence. The Spirit of God is moving upon you. The energy of heaven is touching earth through your obedience and expectation. The transfer is happening now, not someday, not when conditions are perfect, but now. Wealth of ideas, opportunities, resources, and spiritual wisdom is being placed into your hands. Some of you will see it manifest in finances, others will feel it as creative fire or supernatural insight that leads to doors opening effortlessly. Whatever form it takes, it will confirm this one truth: you are chosen to carry heaven's abundance. But chosen one, do not let pride, fear, or comfort dull your awareness. What is being given tonight is sacred. Guard it with humility, steward it with prayer. The same Spirit that activates will also instruct. Listen closely in the days ahead. God will begin to whisper blueprints and divine strategies into your spirit. They will come through dreams, sudden ideas, or quiet impressions. Write them down, act on them quickly. Heaven's instructions are the keys to sustained overflow. I know what it's like to receive such a moment. When God first moved in my life like this, I almost missed it, distracted, doubting, overanalyzing. But when I finally surrendered, when I stopped trying to control how it should happen and simply said, "Yes, Lord," everything shifted. Opportunities appeared from nowhere, and peace wrapped around me like armor. That's what obedience does. It multiplies miracles. Anointed one, hear this clearly. Tonight's activation is not just about blessing you, it's about awakening you to become the blessing. You are a vessel, a conduit of divine energy meant to overflow into the world around you. When you rise, your light will awaken others still sleeping in the shadows. You are part of a greater plan, a movement of chosen souls rising together, each carrying a portion of heaven's fire to illuminate the earth. The time of hesitation is over. The time of activation is here. So breathe in deeply and speak this aloud. Wherever you are, I receive my activation. I step into divine timing. I align with heaven's flow. Feel that declaration anchor in your spirit. It's more than words. It's a signal to the universe that you are ready. Chosen one, this is not the end of the message, it's the beginning of your new chapter. From this night forward, watch for signs, divine encounters, accelerated favor, sudden peace. These will confirm that the transfer is real and alive within you. The Spirit of God is saying, "What was delayed has been delivered. Now rise, step into your light, move as one who knows they are chosen, anointed, and unstoppable." Heaven has already said yes. All that's left is your agreement. This is your moment. This is your awakening. Tonight, your activation has begun. Rise, chosen one, and walk in the overflow. Chosen one. The Spirit of the living God says, "It is done." The transfer has already begun. What you have felt stirring in your heart is not imagination, it is confirmation. Heaven has acknowledged your yes. The gates of divine activation are open, and you are standing in your kairos moment, your appointed time. Anointed one, the flow of favor, wisdom, and supernatural increase is already moving in your direction. The angels have gone ahead of you to prepare divine alignments and open hidden doors. You will see signs, small at first, then undeniable, proving that the shift has taken root. Do not question it. Do not let fear steal what has been birthed in faith. What was delayed is now released. As you go from this moment, stay in the posture of gratitude. Keep your heart pure, your spirit open, and your words aligned with heaven's truth. Every declaration you make in faith will now carry the fragrance of authority. Walk softly before God, for you are walking as one chosen and commissioned. Chosen one, let your spirit rest in knowing this. You have crossed over. You are no longer waiting, you are walking in it. The divine transaction has taken place. Now watch the evidence unfold. If this message has resonated with your spirit, seal it in faith. Speak "I receive" in the comments, and stay connected as we journey deeper into the flow of divine revelation together. Go in light, go in peace, and go in power. Your activation has begun.